Hello. Hello, hello, hello. How goes it? It's Monday. Good morning. How's it going? Sorry if my voice is a little quiet today. I'm a little tired. I had a long weekend with the family. Got to see my nephew and my aunt on her birthday. It was quite nice. It was quite nice. I am tuckered out a little bit, but I want to do art. I want to do some art. And so we're here. Here we are. Having a lovely, chill stream with some art. Exactly, Myth. Nice chill stream. Hello, Meta. Hello. Your art is amazing. Thank you. Yeah, I'll show y'all. Because good evening, Gecko. I hope you are having a lovely time over there. But yeah, my art style changed significantly. It's still in the discovery phase, so I'm still trying to figure out how certain angles of faces and heads and bodies are gonna look. So we're kind of playing around in the space today. Last stream, we did a nice, I think it was like 3.5 hours of drawing, just redrawing an old piece that I will show y'all. I'll show it to y'all. Mic is either a bit lower. Are you going all ASMR? That might just be my voice today. My voice is a little bit more tired because I did so much talking to family yesterday that I am sleepy. So mid-stream, I am going to take a little break to grab some food, replenish everything I need at the desk, but it's going to be a chill stream today. A very nice chill stream. Drago, sorry to say this, but I may be a little bit down right now because my grandpa passed away this morning. Aw, that's rough, Drago. I'm so sorry you're going through that. You do what you gotta to recover. Be kind to yourself. Chill. I hope that you can have nice memories of your time together and enjoy the things you've learned from him, you know? Also, thank you, Be French, for the Breathe Redeem. And also, Babug, hello! Hunting for art style. That's literally what I'm doing today. Is I am searching for my current art style. My old one has shifted away, so we're kind of looking for the new one right now. My voice is a little tired because I spent all weekend talking to family, so you'll have to excuse me if I'm a little more low energy than usual. I'm a little sick. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Meta, and the earwiggles, and Be French, thank you for the breathe. Phew. Just started the same last week. Oh my gosh, yeah. Bavug, I hope you find your style and it's comfy, because honestly, I sort of found my style, and as I was getting closer, it eluded me once more, and so I'm like, okay, I see how it is. So we're gonna figure this out. I posted a piece I did for also hunting for my art style. Ooh, let me check it out real quick. Let me take a look. Quick. Ooh, okay. Nice. That is a lot more of a arcane rendery style. I see what you're going for. Nice. That's pretty cool. And Shikio, thanks for the posture check. Oh, really like your old art style? Thank you. I like my old art style too. I'll show y'all my old versus new one. It's still in the process of being fleshed out, but yeah. You know? All good. Arms have been giving me problems all weekend. Just want to chill. Nice. Yeah, take it easy. Do what you gotta do to rest. A little bit of ear wiggles. Again, so sorry for the ASMR voice. My voice is just way more tired than usual, so my bad. I just stretched and popped my back. Now my spine is jello. Nice. That must feel good. That is adorable. Thank you very much. I've thoroughly enjoyed all of your styles. Honestly, it's fun to see the evolution. Thank you very much. And I hope you have a good night, Drago. You get some rest. I'll see you on Friday. What did I miss? Right, posture check. Thanks, Shikio. Lavender tea help with sore throat, my lady. Oh, I should make some honey lemon ginger tea during the break. Because I'm going to take a break midstream to make sure I get enough food and liquid into my throat. Because it has been a long, long weekend. Spine is supposed to be bone and cartilage, not jello. But what if it feels so relaxed it feels like jello? Like good jello positive, you know? But yeah. I'm tired too. DJ, we could be tired together. We could be sleepy and tired together. Speaking of tired together, let me show off. I've done the introduction. Yippee. Also, Sweet Onion, thank you for the resub. Happy 33 months. 33 is probably a lucky number. What's it called when there's two numbers that are the same in a number? I think there's a math term for that. I've forgotten though. Just got over sleepy. Did you get over sleepy or you are now over sleepy? There's a difference. Asameda, thank you for the resub. Happy 41 months. 41 months is a lot of months. I 100% agree. A multiple 11? Something parallel. Yeah, they're common denominator? No, that's not quite it. Common denominators with division most of the times and fractions. Equivalent numbers? Maybe? What is it called when two numbers are the same in a number? No, I don't know. Palindrome? Well, that's for words. At least common multiples since fractions, maybe? Fearlobe, thank you for the resub. Happy 19 months. Welcome all back. Alright, time keeps on rolling. Hope everyone's doing well. She keeps going. Time keeps going and stops for no one. I think we're all thinking of different math terms, and my brain is not all there for math. I knew it was, as soon as I started stream, I was like, it's also not there for Dark Souls. Today is an art day. Today is a baby listen to whatever baby wants to, and does little drawings on her Cintiq. That's what today is all about. Helping my brother with his algebra assignment? Nice! Good for you. It's good for you helping your brother. 33 is the multiple is 3 and 11. I guess it's just call them two numbers. It's a lot of numbers. Surprised you haven't drawn any fish this month. That's true, it's May. I haven't drawn any fish this month. There's been so much going on. My family has a lot of spring babies. My family has a lot of spring babies. But yeah. Also, hello, Jeff. Apparently it's called a ripidigit. Repdigit. That makes sense. I believe that. So, hello, Jeff. Welcome in. We're gonna look at my old art style versus my new one. Let's go. Start. We love art. Why did I sound like I smell like beef? I smell like beef. Why did I think of that? But anyways, this is the current iteration of my art style. It still needs some polishing for sure. So it's not quite there yet, but this is closer to the direction of my art style. But look at that. Even just compared to my 2021 art. Oh my goodness. Good gracious. Good heavens. There we go. Look at that. I smell like beef. I smell like beef. But yeah, this isn't fully where it is, but this is like a big step towards where my current art style is headed. So, good. We love growth and change up in this motherfucker. Yeah. This doesn't look like my War Thunder stream. I think Twitch messed up something. Just saying hi, I'm a funny cartoon streamer, and I'm going to watch some boomers play a funny tank game. Enjoy, Albert. Take it easy. Thank you for being so polite. Also, hello, Zuch. How's it going? Let me get some music up in here. Music. Honey, stop that. Honey, please. Please, I smell like beef. You can tell that I'm out of it because I cannot focus. So we're gonna listen to music and hopefully that'll help me focus. Let's see. Let's look at my J-Rock playlist. J-Rock playlist. You smell like beans? I've smelled like beans before. I think I've smelled like beans before, but that's probably because I ate beans. Why is my brain doing this to me? Ah! My brain love to distract me. Anyway, let's listen to an hour of independent J-rock. Let me know if it's too loud, by the way. Watch out at 3 a.m. though. That's when the shadow demons come out. That's when the ghoulies come out and try to trick me. Having hundreds of people talking to you is distracting? Sometimes. Sometimes. But yeah, this is pretty good. I think I'm going to leave it in grayscale for now because I want to get the shape down before I start playing with the colors. So what we're going to be doing today is drawing myself in different angles with sketches. Instead of doing really fleshed out things like this, I'm going to draw in sketches. We're going to keep them fairly loose and fun. I call them expressions. I'm sure they are just expressions, but you know. Sketch time. Smells like bean spirit. I drew a mock head just so I could like visualize the shape, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep it like this. Let's do this. We'll keep this here. There we go. Looking at that old style, golly, like a blast from the past. Yeah, I know, right? I think the main thing that has changed is how I draw faces and heads. My anatomy for bodies has pretty much stayed the same, which is fine because I think my anatomy was already pretty good. But if anything, now it's like refined a bit more, like because I referenced an actual person's body. But the face has definitely changed. I've definitely got more anime-esque eyes and a more anime-esque face and less like football-sized heads. Ooh. Hey, Purple Speed Racing. I hope the job is treating you well and it's a good conditions for you. Nailed the audio level. You're almost like a professional streamer now. Now, if you just remember to unmute when you start. I've been doing it. I've been remembering. Yippee! All right. We're just going to do some fun, loose sketches. Take it easy. It's going to be chill. There you go. I spelled like beach. Shut up, honey. Please. Please focus. I'm gonna try doing an old trick for drawing head angles. Let's see. Do a barrel roll? I would if I could, but I cannot, so I won't. I can't, so I shan't. Trying to keep it loose and fun. Was kind of dead in the eyes. Tired. We're just gonna go. Draw profiles. The mouths are always so hard to draw with profiles, honestly. It's emo music. Profiles are kind of hard to draw, honestly. Maybe I'm drawing sleepy because my brain is sleepy. Sleepy brain. How long have you been drawing for? Since I was grade 3, probably that's 10 years old, maybe? I don't remember the ages. Maybe it was like 8. Hello, Lisa. Welcome. Honey, resident biggest eeper. I am the eeper. The silly eeper. Let's see. The hairline would probably be here. Head would actually be this big. Hmm. Kind of like that, actually. That's kind of fun. Little line there for crooked smile-ish. That's fun. Hello, Kize. How's it going? I was looking while you were drawing your comic panels today. They're looking good. They're looking nice. I like seeing the compositions of them, especially with those 3 knights with the trees behind them. Sometimes it's hard to make the background feel full while not distracting from the characters, and I think you did a good job with that one, honestly. Heard the song before? This song is... Whoop, that's not it. This one is Pastel Quartet SOS. Why have I never considered doing the jaw-mouth bit like that with the V shape you have with the first attempt? Oh yeah, the V shape? Jaw-mouth. Yeah, I guess like that's one way you can do it. My brain just does it because that's how I observed other artists doing it. She's sleepy. Awesome. So I was having a hard time with it. I think it looks good. I think you did a great job. Maybe if I move the eye down. Yeah, a little bit lower, I think, works a little better. So the hairline is probably a bit more like here. Got my long bangs. Trying to find my style again. Or a new one, you know? This J-Rock band sounds like they're really inspired by Green Day, but I could be wrong. It's One Shot Light Breaking the Gates. Okay. Alright. Then Delver, do you ever take commissions? I can only find stuff related to VTuber commissions. I have a project that I'm scouting commissions for in the near future. I do take commissions, however, because my queue is full and I want to finish it first. I'm not opening them until I've finished it. Eepy Goblin is a move. Haven't been sleeping well either. Yeah. Sometimes the sleep not hitting right, and that's okay. We just gotta figure out other ways to rest and take care of ourselves. Let's see. One more pouty. She looks kind of fed up. Honestly, kind of fun to draw like this. Oh no, is my style just turning into like tired, depressed characters? Oh no. Oh no. I mean, like, I think it's a mood. It's a mood, but not sad, just exhausted. Just exhausted, yeah. This one's not bad. So what I found with trying to figure out what your art style is, now this is just for me, I don't know if anyone else has this, is just stop trying to make it look exactly like you want it to look for a bit, because when you're finding your new art style, sometimes what you want and what it'll look like will always be in conflict. And so in trying to just like get an expression and a character down, I can get a little closer to what I want and narrow it down and then start to push what I want versus what I don't want. We've hit the depression arc of the anime. Let's go, the depression arc. I'd say you're doing fantastic on the noses. Also, cute fact, my cat lays in front of me on my desk, forcing me to move my keyboard to my lap, but I allow it because they're cute. Oh, that sounds so cute. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Jeff. But yeah, I use Cintiq. I got this Cintiq secondhand for about $1,000-ish, a little over $1,000. And it's a really good one. It's a very, very good one. It's lasted me a long time. I plan on using it until it doesn't work. And there is one section of the canvas you can see right here where it loses connection. But at the same time, the rest of it still works. The rest of it still works. So I would rather use this to its full lifespan instead of just replacing it immediately. Art's okay, I need to get back on the drawing. Oh, I'm glad you think your art's alright, you know? Some people are way too harsh on their art. Some people are way too harsh on their art and need to be kinder to themselves. If it works, it works. Exactly. If it works, it works. I don't want to be wasteful with technology. That's why even though my old streaming computer is not for streaming anymore, I still use it for gaming and time off. Thanks for the lurk, Snail Space. Wish I had a tablet when growing up to learn on. I think you taught me how to work my way through drawing faces and heads incidentally. Oh, sick. I'm glad. I did not intend to, but I'm glad it turned out that way. I think one of the things that is very fun with learning is that you're not always going to find exactly what you want, but you can find something to get you closer to what you want, and you just keep doing that until you find it. So was this new art style a spontaneous development or something that happened over time that you're reflecting on? So interestingly, this style that I have currently, I'll show y'all. So because I'm trashing this concept, not the concept, but this art, because this is what my next model was going to look like, and it's not actually going to look like this anymore. I'm gonna show it to y'all. My next model was going to look like this. I actually drew it on stream with y'all. The color palette will still stay the same. But this was going to be what the new model looked like, face-wise anyways. And it's really cute. I adore it so much. It looks pretty cool. But for some reason, after I finished this and started 3D modeling it, my brain shifted. My brain went, I can't redraw it. I can't recreate this for some reason. Why can't I recreate this? And so I went, okay, let's experiment. Let's play around in the space, try to find what I want. Or what my I guess my brain wants, because it feels like what I want and what my brain want are separate things sometimes. So I did more research and I found myself gravitating a little bit more towards Eastern style art, specifically like anime. And at first I really resisted this. I really went, oh, but my style is so cute. I love the anime style, but I also love my like semi-Western style art. And so I resisted the art style change for probably 2 months. And while I was resisting it, I hit burnout because I couldn't draw what I wanted. I kept trying to draw this in different angles and different styles to the point where I did a turnaround so that I could reference it. But it didn't work. I couldn't add life or expression to this by drawing it. I could add it in a different way. I could 3D model it, and I could make a live 2D model of it, and the face would naturally have expressions. But it didn't quite feel like my art style anymore. It felt so good. It looks gorgeous and cute. But then my brain started studying more Western styles and was like, okay, this feels like it fits a bit more. So let's pursue this. Let's follow through with it and see where it takes us, you know? No sneak peek of new model, honey? No. This was going to be the new model, but I have since changed it. So I've since changed the concept of it. So we're gonna draw and figure out where my style is going. You know? Finally made a piece I'm actually proud of for once. One of my IRL's friends' graduation present. So of course I feel like I can't share the piece with anyone. That's fair, Shadow Diamond. That's nice though. You did something very kind for your friend. I hope they appreciate it. When new model? Ideally it will be in fall 2025. That's the ideal date. We're gonna see how it goes because I do plan to have a last minute. I'm now in the organizing phase of a last minute vacation to see my grandma because she's getting up in years. And so I want to visit her before I don't have the opportunity to do so anymore, you know? So depending on how that goes, it'll be around that area, you know? And Jeff, when it's done. You know what? That's actually probably the best answer is like, it's done when it's done. I have a goal, but it's done when it's done at this point. We'll figure it out later. Let's see. If I want to do like a upward angle for the nose. I love when artists push the nose, does it like leave the face like this? Like if I were to push this line even further, you would have the brow bones and the nose leaving the silhouette of the face, I think. Would that look good? Let's see. You never know. We'll find out later. Something like this, maybe? We're figuring it out. Did you do anything for Mother's Day? Yeah, hung out with my mom. Me and my siblings gave her some flowers. Had a little bit of cake, hung out. It was nice. It was pretty chill. I was told perfection was the opposite of expression. And I guess perfection is subjective, weirdly enough. It's not one thing. But sometimes perfection can hinder greatness in a lot of ways. Hello, Kemma. How's it going? How you doing today? I'm tired. I'm sleepy today, and that is okay. We're doing the best we can with the energy we have. And I am experimenting with style, and oh goodness, this face does not look correct. Okay, we're gonna do this again. Let's do a skeleton underneath. I want to try this angle again. Got a case of the Mondays? I think it actually is a case of the Mondays. I hung out with my family the other day and I am tired. My throat's a little tired as well, so if I'm quieter, I do apologize. Groovy. To be honest, I've learned to embrace new styles. I made one from just drawing and erasing, and I kept my old style with the embracing of multiple styles. Taito, brand new to the channel, and I just wanted to let you know that I love how expressive your model is. You did a wonderful job putting it together. Thank you. I'm glad you like the hard work I put into it. What song is this? That song was... Oh gosh, it was a Japanese title song, so I don't actually know. Let's see. This one was... 17... I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's the Pico Taro, apparently, is their channel, because they're a little indie band, it seems. Alright, cool. I've always looked at perfection like something that should be strived for, but is by definition impossible and should not actually be reached. Yeah, you can absolutely strive for perfection. I think even better is to strive for progress. But that's just me. I like doing that. Welcome back, Laurel. Donut, thank you for the posture check. And Maronik, thank you for the hydrate. Excuse me. Perfectionism, art is super destructive? Mm-mm. I think it can be destructive to your brain in many ways. Bus for Honey sound comfy? I am pretty comfy. It's a little warm in my place right now, but I am sleepy. I'm trying to find a song that'll sort of, that my brain will vibe to nicely. Why is my brain just going like, I'm just Ken? I'm just Ken. Yeah, let's do that one. Crazy Turtle MC, thank you for the resub. Happy 30 months, welcome on back. Hey, Madam Gob, how's your Monday going? Sleepy. 'Tis a sleepy Monday. Are you Kenough? Perhaps one day I'll be Kenough. Oh, is this how people do the noses? Oh! Alright, I just needed to redraw it. My brain is grasping new things, new angles. Forgive me if the drawing subject is very, very sleepy. I'm drawing her with an extreme need for sleep. Maybe I make the iris a little bigger. Bags under the eyes. Maybe I put the jaw a little too close here. Tired of the tavern 9 to 5. Perhaps she's getting a little sleepy. I think I gotta push the mouth up a little bit. Too high. Little rabbit mouth. Wait, is it a treasure? Are treasure trains? So I had one this Saturday. Treasure train. Is there like a month of treasure trains? Vatican, thank you for the treasure train. Welcome on back. Happy 9 months. Or sorry, 9 months. Dang. Congrats on your stream, baby. And Phoenix, thank you for the sub with Prime. Welcome on into the tavern. Hope you're doing well. Sorry for late, Jack. Got good news. I got my pen mouse. Nice, Jacker. Congrats. But yeah, I got a treasure train on Saturday, and So we're gonna rob this train. So a treasure train is when if you hit level 5, all 5 or more gifted subs you give are 35% off after you hit level 5. Is this? Oh, that's Noah's Lament. That's why. Ballad of Jane Doe. Yes. Also, Maxi. Uh, uh, uh. I'm gonna keep up. So much is happening. My sleepy brain. Max King, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Kize, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I see that little smug face of yours. I see that little face of yours. All these subs just fell out of my pocket. Oh, darn. I see those, Max. I see you. I see what you're up to. Does this face please y'all? Does this face please y'all? She looks disgusted with you. She looks disgusted. She goes, Patui, dégoûtant. Sounds like she's taking poison. Ooh, ah, what? Ooh. And Maronic, thank you for the sub with Prime. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. Kize, thank you for the gifted sub. What do you mean it's already at level 4? What do you mean? I feel like a certain demographic would like that face. Me. It's me. I like this face. Me. What? Edward Sugarmill, thank you for the gifted sub to Shikio. Thank you very much. It's a good face? It's a good face. This one's also very good. Why? What? Is my art style just turning into, like, tired women? Is that just my art style now? Tired ladies? I have to decide if I'm upset with this or very pleased. One sec. Give my brain a second to think if I'm happy with this. Congratulations, y'all have unlocked the level 5 treasure train. Meaning that when you give 5 gifted subs or more, it's now 35% off. I learned this on Saturday. Didn't know it moved. Didn't know that was a thing. Please no burning. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. And Edward Sugar Maple, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Please no burning is a great name. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. The eyes specifically remind me of the Keith from Voltron from Netflix. Keith from Voltron. I don't know that one. Forever eternally. You know Free Ren? I love Free Ren. And I'm asking why, Lord, is how I die, Lord? I had no friends, but no collaboration, just as consolation. Face reminds me of her and I love it. Oh, reminds you of Free Ren. Tired Ladies' mood right now. Honestly, I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it. Honestly, it fits my hair, which is kind of like... Because I have a wolf cut IRL. And so my VTuber hair is not too far off, but now it has gotten longer, so it's a little shaggier. This is how I die. What? Marshmallow Man, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you very much. It's level 6 now. Congratulations, that was 35% off. Did Twitch send out like a newsletter? Because I did not pay attention to it. I'm gonna be so for real. I sometimes don't pay attention to newsletters. That's not good. Look at all these saving. Hey Bart, how's it going? What the heck is a treasure train? So Ian, I learned this on Saturday. A treasure train is when it hits level 5, all the 5 or more gifted subs someone gives is 35% off. So it's not individual subs, it's specifically 5 or more gifted subs. I need to stress, if y'all cannot give, that is okay. I want to make sure that no one is spending outside of their means and they are taking care of themselves. Be good to yourselves, okay? Anyway, I hope y'all are doing well. Whew. I'm just asking why, Lord, is this how I die, Lord? Midnight Sky, let's go. But I know my Epic. We can listen to Epic a little later when I wake up, because I know if I listen to Epic now, I am gonna strain my throat, and I don't want to do that. I realize why there's no music playing. I accidentally muted the tab. Jasper, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you very much. Kize, I have to stress, if you can't afford gift subs, you can always take a loan. Kize making me say that. Kize making me read highlighted messages. Urinal Juice, thank you for the resub. With Prime, happy 7 months. Welcome on back. And Sorrow Fate, thank you for the resub. For 6 months, dang. Happy 3 months. Time flies when you get to have this much fun. I am glad y'all are having this much fun. Part of me is like, I feel so bad that my art doesn't look like she's having fun, but I am having fun drawing her. So look at that. We're getting the motion into the art again. This feels so nice. Especially after I was burnt out for so long. Can't bite the devil on my tongue. No, no. Don't need to be loved by you. I strained my voice hanging out with my family this weekend. I can't fully sing. It's okay. It's okay, I'll fully sing another time. Oh my gosh, she looks so disgusted and tired with me. I love it. No. That's okay. Also, hello, Vivi. How's it going? I hope you're doing well and taking care of yourself. It's good to see you. If y'all want to hear someone with a very calming and kind voice with very nice words of affirmation, highly recommend checking out Mage Vivica, by the way. Very sweet. They're very kind. And we're art buddies. I'm currently building a Kylo Ren helmet set. Nice. You got it from May the Force? Congrats. Wait, why did... Also, Kize, you're a wonderful artist. Don't think you're getting out of this. Don't think you're getting out of this. I see you. I see you in there. Bloodaz, welcome. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, raiders. Jasper, thank you for the 500 shinies. What's this? 500 shinies. She looks at me. She looks at me like I took her last popsicle and is plotting her revenge. She's gonna get you. She's gonna get you. Ooh, she gonna get you. I'm hiding. You can't see me. All I am at... I gotta draw it. I gotta draw this visual. All I... One second. I gotta draw this visual because it's very funny in my face. Sorry. One sec. Extremely funny. Fire in my lungs, stand by the day. All I imagine is Kize just going like... My little gremlin laugh coming out. Just the smuggest little face. And you know when someone's like doing a John Cena wave in front of their face? Just like... You can't see me. I'm not drawing it properly because my brain's so tired. You can't. You can't see me and just wave hand in front of face. Oh my gosh. The Dusting just thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you very, very much. Also, Blood asked, how was your stream? What were y'all up to? Let's see. Were you doing art today or are you playing a game? As I'm watching this, I just imagine you're taking your break and drawing in your break time. Drawing Kize, literally. Literally. Kize is just peeking out. I always feel kind of funny being, because I am a cheerful person for the most part. Like, I have my down days. I'm gonna keep this little Kize there. So, hi, Galahad, welcome. Oh, geez, it's a level 8. What do you mean it's level 8? It got wings now. Oh my gosh. Got my first sub from a gifted from sharing here. Oh! Sorrowfate, thank you for the gift. The 6-month gifted to Myth. Oh my gosh, that's very kind of you. Thank you. Mistwave, I was napping. You have fun napping. You chill. You chill. Jasper, thank you very much for making a level 9 treasure train. Thank you for the 500 shot. I can't look as disgusted as this drawing. Let me try to look as disgusted as this drawing for joke. If I just like... I just look sad. I can't look upset. Let's see. If I look angry. Is that close? Is that close? Jeez. Joku, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Twin Flame, thank you for the hydrate. I need that. My throat's tired. It's close but still too cute. I gotta... Just don't add more work to yourself, honey. What if I had a disgust toggle and it looks like this to my next model? How funny would that be, though? Okay, but how cool would that look? You guys are too big to look really cat-face judgy. You know what? I think you're right. I think you're right. You need to add an upset thing to the next model. I gotta add an upset model. I gotta add an upset toggle. Even neutrally, you can't get that look of disappointment because you're too smiley. You're either smiley or frowny. It's just... my lap is so squeaky right now. Oh my gosh. Does Idrisil, thank you for continuing your prime or gifted. Thank you. More expression the better, but don't burn out yourself. Exactly, yeah. I gotta make sure I don't burn myself out for sure. But Redbeard, thank you for the resub. Happy 23 months. That's almost a year. I've returned. Apparently my sub ran out. Welcome on back. And Edward Sugar Maple, thank you for the gifted sub to Joko. Thank you very, very much. It's a level 9 treasure train. Jeez. Angry about the slightly open mouth would make it disgust. Oh, like a kind of like... I'll redraw it, but like a little like this. Oh, a little... Ooh. Ooh, she look a little upset with me. Ooh, a little disgusted like that? Both look good. Both look good. Oh, thank you, Myth. Oh, Bloodash! This looks so good! Look at this! This is art that Blood Asp was doing on their stream. Ooh, look at it! It's me in a mech! It's me in a mech! What? It's so cute! Look at me! This mech looks so good. It's got angel wings now. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love the double pair of wings, like the ones that look like boosters on the top. So cool. It looks so, so good. Also, Anonymous, thank you for the gifted sub. It's now level 10. Focus, honey. Oh my gosh, this looks great. I like that you and Oshio do this, and I love it. Where y'all draw with different colors for like different pieces, so you can tell what's what. To me, that's very nice. My brain likes that because I can tell what each thing is supposed to be when it's not all the same line art color, especially in the work in progress stages. Blood is doing so good. Blood Asp is so skilled with mechs. It looks awesome. I love this. This is gorgeous. Does the robot also have thigh highs? Yeah. Yeah. Look at it. Look at that. They got thigh highs. Just like me. Just like me. I love it. Oh, and you got the diamond designs in there in subtle places. It looks so good. Oh, it looks so good. Mech artists are an entirely different beast. I have no idea how to draw mechs, but one of the actual piece of homework that you get in art school is you have to draw a motorcycle. And it is always, not always, of course. For me, it is always one of the most hard things to draw because there are so many pieces and they have to be so precise. If they're slightly off, the perspective of the motorcycle's bits can make it fall apart so quickly. So the fact that people enjoy drawing mechs and machinery like this amazes me. It is so cool. I love it. Anonymous, thank you for the gifted sub. Thank you very much. Jedi, the closed mouth disgust looks like you're just going to... Seriously? While the open mouth looks like I am not speaking to you right now. Like, ew. Ew. Zephyrus1, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you very much. Thank you. It's a level 10 treasure train. Okay. Okay, that's fine. It's cool. It's all good. It's fine. Let's listen to the moss. On the north side of the trees, legend has it that the rain come down on the worlds come up to breathe. Legend has it that the sun beams down on the mountain. We love Cosmos Sheldrake. Round on an axis at 23 degrees. What have you want the stories of the rabbit in the moon? This is so good. Oh, Blood Asp, thank you again for sharing. Thank you for sending it to me so I could see it. Might rework the legs again? Absolutely. Do what you feel is right, you know? I love so much of this, and I'm excited to see what your vision is of it. Even if I say I like some aspect of it, if you feel there's something that fits better or something that you like more, don't worry. I will love it either way. I love seeing what artists do when they have creative control of what they make. It's so nice. It's so cool. Creator of my favorite song, Regale Me. It's a good one. Cosmos Sheldrake is really good. I like Pylocene. That one's a really good one. Pylocene is excellent. Have you heard the story of the rabbit and the moon? Oh. Austin Kalista, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you very much. It's 35% off, so if you want to, but if you don't sweat it. I am not going to be upset. Y'all already got it to level 10. It is very kind to you. Thank you very much. We're just here for a nice, fun time. Having a good one together. Da 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 dum. Bam bam ba-dum bam. Have you heard Pelicans Wee? I don't think I've heard Pelicans Wee. Jasper, thank you for the 100 shinies. Thank you very much. And New Oak is back. Thank you so much for the sub with Prime. Or the sub with Prime. Welcome on into the tavern. I hope you're doing well. Legend has it that the rain come down, all the words come up to breathe. Legend has it that choo choo. Oh my gosh. Oh. Thank y'all so much for the level 10 hype train. Jeez. That is insanely kind of y'all. It is. That's so much. I'm glad y'all enjoy hanging out and watching me draw myself in a new art style today. Cheers for a successful hype train. Honestly, any hype train is successful. The fact that it left the station is quite the success already. Thank you very much. But level 10. Jeez. Thank you. Jasper, thank you for the 100 shinies. Phase 2 also looks like you're interrogating someone they just made an offer that's piqued your interest. Like, ooh? Uh-huh. Will you tell me? Will you tell me where you buried the treasure? Perhaps? If I had a little smile to it, it's just... Ooh, yeah, a little... a little cattiness to it. A single line can change so much in a drawing. It is so fun to see how that goes. Let's go, Cosmo Sheldrake. This is come along. Yippee! The line just makes it so smug. It's just a tiny line, but it changes so much, and I love it. Let's see. I want to try... What angle should I try? Let me try just a regular... Not up-looking, but a regular front, I think would be nice. We're gonna have a little bit of a tilt. Okay, maybe a little bit of a down tilt. I have my brain put something in my head, and now I'm like, okay, I guess we're drawing that today. I fail, Sniper. Must listen to it. It is... Thank you, Blade Master Guy. I'm glad you like my singing. Pelican's Wee. Okay. Come along now. Run away from the humdrum. Missed the creative inspiration of that first image. What exactly do you think was going through that honey's head for that shot? The first image? Tired and sad, perhaps. Like a bit of family time. Oh, have fun with family, Sarah. Who's asking about gold? I want to know where you got these delicious brownies. No such thing as time to kill or time to throw away. The ones for the bright side, times for the night time, nights for another day. Come along now. Okay. Sorry, if you see my mouse moving a bunch in the background, it's because I keep checking on the music, and then I have to re-click and reopen OBS because whatever you're clicking on is in front. Hi, Gojira. Oh, smug viewed from above. Smug viewed from above is just... the big forehead. Smug from above. Come along now. Run away from the humdrum. We'll go to a place where they're safe from greed, anger, and boredom. We'll do one feast till set down. One feast with abandon. This is just like a fisheye view of what you see when you look down at me being smug. I know, yes, this is Jigglypuff. No! 'Tis I, Humpty Goblet. Little titty. No, that's not what that looked like. Probably look like this. My little shirt. Courgette. She wants your snacks. Yib. Honestly, the funnier I look would probably be like this, where it's like the less tired version is that. She wake up for snacks. All time she did as time she does. She passed along the way. And though she crept like a frightened girl out from the nighttime sway. Oh, the ad break started. Whoops, my bad. Reminds me of the emo cat from Fortnite. Love Honey Art. This is absolutely scrumptious. Thank you, Shin. I'm glad you like it. Spring is sprung as spring it does, and put the bees to work. Good idea, Johnny. Good idea for save and for the posture check. Like endless from the heavens on the back of his hands. They rest and work they shall, for all the things to grow. Please see that face for an emote. I take it now, and I put in mod chat. Here we go. The shame. Oh, wondrous wine for you and me. No cider too, nor meat, nor soup, for us to all make merry. Welcome back from the ads. I'm gonna draw one or two more faces, and then I'm gonna grab some quick dinner. Just gonna throw it in the microwave, and then I'll be back to doing art. If you don't make the disgusted funny face a toggle, how about making an emote? I think an emote could be fun. An emote could absolutely be fun. Art. We love art. I'm gonna try straight on. I think something that's changed with my art style is although the eyes are about They're a little smaller, the sclera, the actual eye shape, but the iris has gotten a little bigger. If anything, maybe it hasn't changed shape, it's just how it feels. We have discussed. True, that is a good disgust. Also, dinner, then continue stream. Plan to go a little longer tonight. Maybe a little bit longer. Usually I like to do about 3-hour streams to 3.5. So I think that'll be nice. But I do want to make sure I eat properly because I'm really tired, so I need to make sure I eat extra good. It is important. Back for ads. Welcome back. Then again, we've had one, yes. What about the second disgust? What about more disgust? I could do disgusted you as an emote. Could be fun. See, if the eyes are like this size. On the back of his head. And put the beast to work. Scene. A nice Pelicans wee. Fun fact, improper eating can actually affect energy levels a lot more than you think. Make sure y'all are eating good. Yeah, we gotta eat good. See if I can get a front facing down the way I like it. Still feels a little too big. So here's the downside with an anime style, like a completely anime style, is I'm still figuring out the eye proportions and how it works with my art. I'll make it look more tired and relaxed. Here we go again. Here we go, here we go again. Yeah, it's supposed to be the flatter the eyelid, the more relaxed or tired someone can look. I'm gonna do an old artist trick. Flip horizontal. Here we go again. Here we go again, we go again. Easy. I remember I saw a documentary on Looney Tunes. Animators would play with how extreme they could make an expression and still make it work. Making it as extreme as possible sounds like a very fun way to learn the limits of a character's expression. I feel like it would take me a lot of practice because I would be worried about it not looking good, but that's part of what might be holding me back from finding the good limits. Quickly rotate and enhance. She's just staring. Shikio, thanks for the breathe redeem. Chojiku, thank you for the resub for 9 months. Happy 24 months. Welcome on back. 2 years of Putty Goblin. 2 years. And many more, hopefully. So the more support I send, the weirder the Twitch emote gets. Some are okay. I feel like emotes are really, really fun. And I want to make some that the community will really, really like. The one thing I have a hard time with sometimes with emotes is the ears because they take out so much width. They don't quite read as well in a emote. So emotes are really hard sometimes. Here we go again. Here we go again. Also, Stu Spicy Blog, thank you for this sub with Prime. Welcome on in. Thank you very, very much. That's kind of you. And Jedi, that might be fun art challenge. Expressions through a Darth Vader mask, like a mask that retains stationary but you still feel the emotions behind the mask. I think a lot of that might come down to the performance of the voice as well as the body language. So although the face probably can't emote very much, a lot of it will come through the body expression and the voice acting. Little cute little side mouth. What if I DreamWorks face it? Cotopile, thank you for the resub. Happy 6 months. Welcome on back. Just a little. Can't quite do it with my face. Can I DreamWorks face? Let's see. Almost. I can almost do it with my brows. I can move brows individually, but not control them well. This doesn't quite look right, but it's fun to experiment here. I love doing this kind of hand. My brain has such a fun shorthand for it. What if I made it more smug? Extra smug. Pelican's Bee is a fun song. Like she's forcing a smile, kinda. What if I droop the eyes slightly? Yeah, I think this looks a bit better. Adjust this eye a little bit. Like someone's forcing themselves to smile for their boss. Or like, hey, look at this dork, yeah. The Kize evil smile, the mischievous smile, I love it. Timeless Shift. Hello, honey. I'm new here. I recently been seeing your videos a lot on YouTube. I adore your character design. It's a happy, fun vibe. Oh, thank you. Did it myself. I'm glad you like it. Big Will, thanks for the hydrate. All right, let's do one more face, then I'm going to grab a little bit of dinner real quick. Zengro, I started watching your streams a while back and finally decided to drawing again. Any tips on where I should start? Absolutely. If you decide to start drawing again, really the biggest recommendation I can make is I say this repeatedly, so a lot of y'all probably hear this plenty. Treat yourself like a baby. And what I mean by that is if a baby started drawing, you wouldn't start criticizing their anatomy, their line work, their ideas or composition. You encourage them. You are kind to them and encourage and foster that desire to do art and grow in them. It's so easy to compare yourself to other artists and go like, they're so good, they're probably just naturals, or like, oh, they've been doing it for years, I'll never catch up. It's very easy to fall into that trap of other people are so good, I'll never get there. But you wouldn't do that to a kid, you know? Anyone who is learning a new skill should be treated as gently, but also firmly as you would with a kid. Rule number 1 of art, you are a baby, especially beginning art. You are a baby. Have fun. Loves the pathetic emo from Honey. Pathetic. That's basically this. That's basically this one. Check a mask. Fun fact, the masks worn in Japanese no theater are carved out and painted in such a way that they seem to change their expression based on the tilt of an actor's head. It's kind of a cool optical illusion. Ooh. You say, be nice, kind to yourself? Exactly. Be kind to yourself. Positive reinforcement for your efforts is so important. That will get you further than any sort of negative drilling into your brain. Honey Goblin, well, the character pulls me in. Your personality is what got me sold and made me want to stay. Thank you. I think that's one of the big benefits of VTubers is you can... The design is the visual thing that brings people in, and then usually it's the personality that makes people stay afterwards. Personality, voice, what they enjoy, how they get excited. I guess that's really just personality again. But yeah. And I think the thing that I love about VTubing so much is that it's what I choose to appear as. It is not based on something that I cannot help. I've said this before, but when I went into streaming, I knew that I wouldn't really want to show my flesh face because I didn't want people attributing either my success or my failures to my appearance that I do not have control over, because that's just what I was born with, you know? I think I am pretty, and I like the way I look. But I don't want to give anyone a reason to attribute my hard work and my wins and my losses to my appearance, rather than attributing them to my skills. Because I worked hard to get here. Granted, a lot of it is also luck and timing and skill. It's a combination of really all of those. So to credit it just to, oh, this person is an attractive person, you know, or oh, this person just dresses a certain way, feels very reductive. It is difficult for me to feel comfortable knowing that that is how some people judge another person's content. No. Just because someone appears a certain way does not mean that they will live up to your expectations of them, whether they are low, high, or of a certain stereotype, you know? And we all have different stereotypes and prejudices in our mind. But what makes us a good or a bad person is whether or not we cement those perceptions of people onto them before we get to know them. Reminder, every artist couldn't draw a straight line when they started. It takes practice. Listen, I can't even really draw a straight line. I can barely draw a straight line. I use this tool. I use the ruler tool. You should too if you need to. One more face, then I'm getting some dinner. It'll only be like 5-ish minutes. That's one of the reasons why I've been putting my negative emotions and thoughts into a villain OC I've been working on. Yeah, art can be very therapeutic. There are many ways that it can help you to cope and learn and express yourself. And I do recommend people give it a shot if they are so inclined. I haven't done a downward angle yet, have I? Yeah, let's do a downward angle. I'm just looking at reference right now, because I want to make sure, especially when I'm learning, I will use reference way more, because if I don't understand an angle, I can have something else kind of guide me a little bit. I've done this angle plenty, but let's see how it goes here. Okay, what do goblins eat? Pretty much anything we want. Just like you can. It'll just have an effect on you. Don't show your flesh face, show your bone face instead. The X-ray. The smug honey face looks like she knows your secrets. She knows what you do. She knows what you're up to. Such an interesting thing to make someone's eyes look more tired. Instead of having them round, you just droop them like in the shape of a U rather than the shape of a like an N. I think that's something that I'll need to practice because I'm getting used to this. If anything, that's where the eyelid would go. Tired faces go ooh, ooh. Well, the honey in the bottom left? Yeah, she looks pretty fun. Contrary opinion, Smug Honey's face reads more to me that someone just ordered the ghost pepper special. Who they really don't know what they're gonna do. Ooh, someone's gonna eat a special that's gonna send them to the bathroom all day tomorrow. I love spicy food. Oh, ooh, maybe I'll have something with sambal in it today. I have leftovers that I gotta eat up, so I'll either have pasta. It shouldn't take long to boil pasta. Especially if it's gnocchi. Gnocchi doesn't take very long at all. Oh, no, wait, I already have pasta noodles. I'll just microwave them. Kize, that's me waving there. We can't actually see me. Can't actually see Kize. But he's there somewhere. He's John Cena wave. Asking, I'm so incredibly white I can't handle spice for the life of me. I've known many people of many different ethnicities who have different spice level tolerances. Listen, sometimes when that skinny white boy says, give me the spiciest, you give it to him. And then he can handle it. And sometimes he can't. I don't know. I don't know. Some people love spice, not me. I am the mild to medium. I like spice, but I can't handle too much. My palate's just not used to it. Let's see. Oh, this is old ocean. Let's listen to Tough Luck by Lo-Fi. Trying to learn how to draw bags well. How do I do this hand? Let's see. My boy, your time is up. Even though which is ideal, but honey style. I like this hand. All according to Kikaku. Even know. Oh, scrunch at the nose. Look at me that way. Big brained. Egg. Listen, you gotta draw yourself a little silly style. Yes, I loved you from the start. Never take yourself too seriously. Exactly. You take yourself too seriously, you're gonna find yourself way more embarrassed. How do I draw that hand? A sec. How do I draw this hand? Let's see. I'm just mimicking it with my hand. A bit insane. You say that when I look to you, my Cupid looks right through, shoots me arrow through my heart. And I look like a lunatic. You feel it to confess I loved you from the start. I loved you, just thinking of you. I know I loved you from the start. Let's see, should I put this hand here? Is that too much? Maybe a little too much. Alright, I think that's good then. Confess I loved you from the start. Alright, these are some pretty good sketches for the start. Let me make a little message. Alright, let's do a 5-10 minute break. let's see. BRB. Let's say 7 p.m. PST. Dinner. And I'll scooch these over so y'all can see them. With you. I'll leave y'all with some beautiful Laufey. Bald! Love it. Absolutely love it. I like this quite a bit. Alright. I'll be back at 7 p.m. PST. In the meantime, I'm going to heat up some dinner real quick, grab some water, and stretch. Ocean, thank you for the ear wiggles. Enjoy BRB. These look amazing. Thank you. I'm so glad. They look great. But yeah, I will be right back. Y'all enjoy the Laufey and the little sketches, and I'll be back in about 10-ish minutes. So I'll run the ads so that we don't have to worry about them. All right, see you in a sec. Guess who's back? I got some stir-fry rice and some subs. Let's go. Some Vietnamese subs. Lovely. Lovely. Oh, I have it in front of me because I was heating it up, but now we're back again. Let's go. Welcome back. I think I've fallen in love with Lawface's songs. They're kind of the kind of songs that I've been looking for so long. They feel like warm and soft, like 50s songs, but they're current. It's very neat. But how are y'all doing? Miss Wave, thank you for the posture check. I'll do that right now. This is current? Yeah, this I'll post this playlist because I really like it. This is just a Laufey playlist. Oop, wrong one. This is her stuff. So feel free to check it out. This is just someone compiled a playlist. But I love this playlist. Her voice is gorgeous. I think she's Icelandic. You'd have to correct me on that one because I don't know too much about her yet. I'm learning while you're learning. Nice. Post in stream chat. Ooh, let's see. Ooh, very nice. Nice job, Meta. Studying other people's art styles is a really good way of doing it. Good job. Mom is Chinese. She is Icelandic. Her mom is Chinese. Or her dad is Chinese. Icelandic Chinese. Yeah. She's mixed. What was it? Is it mixed heritage or mixed ethnicities? Or does both work? I genuinely don't know, so. Oh, I'm gonna take a bite of my banh mi. Ooh. Yeah, apparently she has a twin sister that also does music. So, very skilled siblings. This is my favorite. This one was Dreamer, I think. I think that one is Dreamer. Yeah. And this one is Valentine. I like this song. Valentine's a nice one. It sounds old, which is different. They sound strangely, because they sound old, they sound timeless. Not all that not is not always the case, but this one specifically, and part of it I credit to like less instruments, but each instrument is still precise. It has a purpose, you know? Welcome in, Randomer. I'm just eating my food. Oh, let me turn this off. There we go. We're doing doodles to figure out my new style. Genuinely, my favorite one is the bald one right now. You like Alpha? You like Mitski? I do like Mitski. Miscue's a different tone for sure, and Lafe hits a little harder for me, but Miscue is absolutely the same genre, same range. Love that for you. I think the bottom left is my favorite so far. That's a good one. It's a very good one. The bottom is just so funny. A lot of the times, what gets me with the with Arby's is like, does it make me laugh? Excellent. I like it more. Oh. When I had the other hand to the ball, one, it looked like you were being an aggressive wingman. Like they looked over at you and they're going, "Yeah, go get him, go get him." Hi, Kiko. Ball's gonna be a top tier Discord sticker. It'd be a great one. Sorry, I'm just eating my dinner right now. If you like character design, check out Monkey Ranch. I have checked out Monkey Ranch. It's fun. I like it. So dinner is a banh mi. Oh. A banh mi, fried rice, and a little bit of sausage. So Shiki, thank you for the hydrate. Oh, big cup. So sick. Banh mi is Vietnamese sandwich. Yeah, banh mi. I keep calling it a Vietnamese sub. Why so hot? Jeff, what do you think of the bald one? Legitimately, I think that was my favorite. I think that one is my favorite for sure. Banh mi go hard. Banh mi goes so hard. I love them. They're great. Lemongrass banh mi. Oh, delicious. Love it so much. Yeah. Me too. Looks so good. I'm liking how my style's starting to come up together now. Weirdly enough, it feels weirdly enough, parts of it feel like Picat's style and how Picat draws faces, which is a compliment of the highest degree. I love Picat's art. Her art is spectacular. ASMR with honey, aka all art streams. People have mentioned that like my art streams just sound like ASMR, which is like that's fair. I do have a quiet voice. And I do eat on stream, so makes sense. Myth. I'm surprisingly not much of a raw cilantro person, but Banh mi does it so well. Banh mi does it great. The one thing with banh mi's is like I if the sprigs are too long, I will take the cilantro out, take the leaves off the sprig, put it back in, because the texture of the sprigs throws me off, but it's delicious. She's great. The top sketch on the top left is emotionally evocative. Took one glance and wanted to go sob. She's tired. But yeah, you get some to eat if you need to, squared. It's a nice stream. Honey mukbang. Honey goblin mukbang. Isn't a mukbang where you eat an insane amount of food? Hello, Dingus. The SNA ASMR is for Scream. You should do that right now. Ah, ah. That's all the Scream I got in me. At least for now. For now, that's all the Scream. Oh, Lawfay's voice is gorgeous. Also, how you doing, Diggy? A disgusting amount. That's what a mukbang is, right? Jeff, it doesn't have to be an insane amount of food since it literally just means eating channel, but eating a lot seems to draw the crowd. Oh, okay. Meanwhile, there's me playing Darkest Dungeon 2 while listening to your stream in the background to balance out the stress. I hope Darkest Dungeons is fine and you're having fun. Hey, Zodiac, what's up? I guess I'm APSL, work today, now trying to make myself go to the gym. Yourself? I spent the weekend hanging out with family because it was my aunt's birthday. I'm tired. I'm tired. My throat is not as up to loud noises as my usual stream volume. So I'm a little quieter today, but that's alright. But otherwise, feeling good. Eating fried rice, enjoying myself. It's nice. Writing alert. Any general tips when drawing goblins and goblin proportions? Ooh, okay. Main thing would be reference. Find goblin artists that you like the style of. Reference how they draw it. So when I see reference, you can do a draw over practice, meaning you trace over the image to see how they break it down, as well as you can, I have a tutorial for how I draw short stacks right here. There is a Art 101 channel or a playlist and you can find it in there. That's generally where I start. But I think for the most part, because short stacks are not something you can usually reference IRL, referencing other artists that you like and seeing how they do the anatomy and break it down by putting it into simpler shapes or even draw the skeleton underneath their art can help you to understand how they proportion their goblins. But yeah, it's pretty flexible. You can do it however you like. It is up to you. It's funny, I cook and bake because I like when other people eat my food, but I don't like when other people eat around me. Oh, interesting. That's kind of cool though. You know what you like though. Lion Sensei did a great tutorial on how to draw short stack. Ooh. I don't think I know lines, but that's good to know. No worries, Red Angel. Good luck drawing short stacks. I hope you have fun. What else, man? This has probably been asked before, but do you have to do the skeleton? Like, just help any? Because in many attempts at digging into drawing, I've never been able to grasp that bit. Well, if you... Sorry, I got sauce on my hand. If you find skeletons difficult, and you don't grasp them as well, that is okay. It is a good thing to practice when you're drawing characters so that you can tell what their joints would look like and how the proportions would work in foreshortening. In terms of just learning, though, if it's not making you excited to draw, you don't really have to learn it too much all at once. Kind of get your brain into the habit of drawing things you like. But it does help to draw the skeleton because once you learn how to draw skeletons and how the meat attaches to the bones, how the ligaments go, and how they affect the shape of the fat on the body, it can really elevate your art to make it feel more real and weighted in its world. But yeah, it is not absolutely necessary to do art. Nothing is really absolutely necessary to do art. Except that you draw it yourself, really. That's about it. That's what doing art is. But learning the anatomy can help to push your art further. You know? Jiggly, but I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good. I'm chilling. Just finishing up eating right now. I'm pretty full, actually. One last bite. Also, Stroma, how you doing? Thank you for the breathe redeem. How to do art. Draw something, create something. Happy thoughts. Learn anatomy so you can ignore it properly. Yes. Learn the rules so you can break them properly. If you break them improperly, it doesn't look quite correct. But if you learn how to break the rules properly, it looks good. I know it's silly, and it sounds like it wouldn't make sense, but that is how art works. Little sip of water. You need to learn how to draw Danny DeVito. Learning caricatures. Foolish Fool, may I ask who your rigger is? Yeah. I designed, drew, and rigged this model all myself. So, yippee! Made it myself, baby. Thank you, Johnny and Myth. Can you make art without drawing? I make some art by doing controlled pours and melting metal into things. Absolutely. That is absolutely art. Art is a tool for expression. And you are putting effort into expressing yourself. There's a very interesting thing where what counts as art is hard to describe. So it'll vary from artist to artist. I just define it as something you make yourself. And what that means is different to other people. You know? Where you put your emotions and feelings into something and created it on your own. Well, not even necessarily on your own. You can collaborate with other people. See, that's what I mean. It's just like, it's so hard to define that sometimes trying to define it can ruin what art is, you know? Too spicy. How long did it take to make that VTuber model? I know you had 2 versions, I believe. This is my 5th VTuber model of myself. My other clients have their own models. This model itself took at least half a year because I made it really complex. It has over 32 toggles. Too many. Honestly, I was a fool. I only need 5. But yeah, I only need 5 toggles because otherwise it's too much. Toggles don't just add time, they multiply the time it takes, which is devastating if you're trying to do something fast. Adding an extra time is fine. Multiplying your time absolutely throws your calendar into chaos. But yeah, this took about, I would say, 4 months to draw, 2-ish to 3-ish months to rig. I did burn out while I was making it, so I needed to take a break. But yeah. I'm counting models that have been gifted to Tiny 2. That's more along the lines of 6 to 7 models. Yeah, I got a couple fun little joke models from my friends. Thank you, Foolish Fool. And Johnny, thank you for the posture check. It can suck when people try to control your means of expression in art. Exactly. Someone gathering flowers and arranging them into the way that they like, even if they don't really think about it, is a form of art. Someone dressing themselves up to create a look that they enjoy can be a form of expression, which in turn can be a form of art. It is hard to define what art is, but I feel like if you do it yourself, then that is the closest you can get. It is expression. It is raw expression, you know? I love these little glasses. It elevates the pose, honestly. We're going to scooch this over. We're into a different playlist now. Banana in the Wall is not art because they didn't make the banana. They just took it and put it in there. They are. But I do think it counts as art. Someone made it themselves. Someone made it themselves, and they did it with a purpose. They did it to evoke an emotion. The emotion is different depending on who looks at it. But here's the thing. We haven't stopped talking about it. So it did its job. It is art. If you had to define self-care in your own words, what would it be? Prioritizing yourself. That's what self-care can be. And that doesn't mean making yourself like making putting yourself above everything. It is going, hey, I have work I need to do, and if I do it, I'm going to get sick. I'm going to get tired. Prioritizing yourself is making sure you are not working overtime without pay. It is making sure you get 3 meals a day. It's making sure you exercise when you need it, drink lots of fluids, get plenty of sleep, play video games, read a book, draw art, spend time with friends. That is self care. It is resting and doing what you like without the guilt or fear that you should be doing something productive. Counter argument: the banana on the wall is not art. The reaction to the banana on the wall is a collective piece of performative art. Hmm. That still goes into the question of like what is and isn't art. And again, I can't define what is or is not art a lot of the times. Someone made it themselves. That can be art. Someone puts a sticker somewhere. That can be seen as art. That's like everyone has different opinions, and I'm not here to argue with the opinions because like that's the great thing about art. It's subjective. It is everything and nothing. It is something and nothing to everyone. And what evokes a response and makes someone feel something is different from person to person, you know? Scooch this over so I have a little more space. There you go. It's a great song. This one's a good one, yeah. I think this one is The Perfect Pair, Beabadoobee. Pretentious crap that sells for millions? Debatable. I think debatable, but even just because it sells for a lot of money doesn't mean it's not art. It's just art that someone values for different reasons. Granted, the fine art world is full of tax schemes. However, that doesn't make the art any less art or any less priceless. It's art to someone, and that's the tricky part. Is like I'm not saying that those pieces should be sold for millions upon millions of dollars, especially since most of the time the artists don't even see that money. A lot of the times it is a way for millionaires and billionaires to hide money from taxes. You know, it's tough. Is a tax scheme a form of art from a certain perspective? I suppose there is an art to it. if you think about it that way. There's no dictionary definition for what constitutes art. Art is no science. There's no mathematical proof for it. There's no way to quantify art. Art covers a vast area when it comes to expression, even in auto mechanics. The cars, trucks, and etc. that people take to SEMA show take a lot of time and imagination to build. Yeah, Zildjick, we're practicing today. Do you have a favorite Looney Tunes or Scooby-Doo show? Ooh. I didn't grow up with Scooby-Doo or Looney Tunes. I would have to say everything that I've gotten from them is like absorbed through pop culture, with the exception of like the most recent Looney Tunes show with Bugs and Daffy Duck, with the Lola Bunny, who's very, very talkative and a bit of an airhead. I really like that one. That's really the only one I've watched, and it's quite fun. Daphne Duck? I think it's Daffy Duck, right? Art is just something that someone makes. It doesn't have to be high art to be considered art. Art can be bad too. Oh, art should be bad. Not always, but art should be allowed to be bad. You need to have a sort of, how do I explain this? You gotta have a little bit of a acceptance of good and bad art, because if you start to define what is good art and what is bad art, we're getting into the whether or not it's art conversation, even if we don't realize it, you know? Trying to think of what to draw for the face. Don't get why that show was controversial. It was controversial. I thought it was fun. I liked it. Done studying? Got frustrated? Absolutely fair, Monday. You get frustrated with the study? That is okay. Also, E-Power, thank you for the 100 Chinese, by the way. Trying to think of... What's a good angle that I haven't drawn yet? I've drawn 2 up angles of straight on, 2 down angles technically. Maybe like an open up angle. So you got a rage draw, like queuing up for another round of that game you hate that hates you but can't stop playing. Yeah. Sometimes art can be full of rage, sadness. It can be filled with so many things. And you gotta accept that not all art is for everyone either, too. I draw a lot of things that are just for me. Tunes the radio tonight. Thank you, Hold Data Gaming. It's either a lot more than I initially realized, or I'm not understanding it yet. I find that happens with me a lot for rendering meta, is like I'm not getting it quite yet, and that is okay. Sometimes I gotta chill, take it easy, and not get too upset with myself for not being able to do it. Excuse me. There is no cow level. What do you mean there is no cow level? Is it Digny as a forehead smooch? A little mwah. Honey stream at this hour. Never thought I'd see it. I stream at this hour, usually. I think. Definitely extremely old reference. Man. Sometimes I think about how some of my friends are older than me, and I'm like, I don't really know what y'all are referencing, but that's okay. Maybe one day I'll understand it. Sometimes I don't get it, but that's okay. Shrinkflation is a scheme by big small to sell you more less. I mean, yeah. Let's see. This is Glue Song by B Badoobie. Me when literally all my friends are older than me. Sometimes it be like that. Sometimes it be like that. Maybe if I do another up angle, my brain will like it. I want to get the proportions correct. So, fun little trick is like a lot of the times with proportions of the face, if you want up or down, you just slide the face up and adjust a little bit from there. Oh, I just feel old and tired all the time. Seen a lot of old media, so I get to confuse my friends with references far before my time on the regular. Sometimes that's fun. Maybe if I draw like an angry look down. Someone is tired and doesn't feel like dealing. That's what this piece is. Music has Steven Universe spice to it? Kinda, yeah. Because a lot of my homies are a little older than me by complete happenstance. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes it be like that. And generally, that's not usually a problem, especially if you're already like in your 20s. You'll find that like especially when you enter like the workforce, a lot of your coworkers and people you spend a lot of time with are going to be older. But then you will become the older person for the next gen, usually. You can learn a lot from other people. It's important. Excuse me. She's tired. She's tired. A 5,000-year-old person trapped in a body of someone who only acts like they're 50,000. It's now gonna make $1 million dues and spend my days commissioning angsty art. Listen, the dream. You're so real for that. If I had $1 million, I think I would be overwhelmed with the sheer amount of money I have. The amount of green energy that I would want to fund would be insane. My gripe with billionaires currently is that they want to have the cool tech of Batman and not do anything cool with it. You're like, oh, I want the Batmobile. And it's like, okay, but what about actually the stuff that Batman does where it's, you know, he helps people, you know, like a hero instead of sitting on his wealth and doing nothing? Like a villain? Hmm? Hmm? Anyway, I got beef. You want Bill Gates to beat up mentally ill people? No, no, no. You misunderstand. I want Bill Gates to be taxed and give universal health care to everyone. I want him to lobby people in the Senate, Congress, and everywhere to get free health care everywhere. They have the money. I'm gonna have a video for you to call me out. Oh no, Beta. Oh no. Only people with billions of dollars had morals or passion. Here's the thing, they have morals and passions, just not always good ones. Firewatch Artemis, thank you for the resub. Happy 20 months, welcome on back. 20 months, man, it's been a while. I've left the Navy, been homeless, and now I've started studying at university. Let's go! I hope you're doing well. I hope you're enjoying university too and taking care of yourself. Congratulations. Let's grab this song. This is a good one. But what if? Excuse me. Amour de ma vie. I wish you the best for the rest of your life. Felt sorry for you when I looked in your eyes. But I need to confess, I told you a lie. I said you were the love of my life. Did I break your heart? Did I waste your time? I tried to be there for you, and you tried to break mine. It isn't asking for a lot for an apology, for making me feel I could kill you said you never fall in love again because of me, and you moved on immediately. But I wish you the best for the rest of your life. Felt sorry for you when I looked in your eyes. But I need to confess, I told you a lie when I said you were the love of my life, the love of my life. Oh, you sound hurt. Now go fall in love, just like we were. If I ever was, it's not my fault. I did what I could. You made it so hard, like I knew you would. Thought I was depressed or losing my mind. My stomach upset almost all of the time. But after I left, it was obvious why. Because for you, you was the love of your life. When you were not mine. Just wanted to say thanks for all the fun content. I hope you keep up the good work and having fun, honey. Thank you, Blade Dragon. I hope you have a good time too. Also, Jasper, have a good night. I hope you get some sleep. Thank you for the 100 shinies. Go to bed, meow. Angel said thank you for the hydrate, and Shikio, thank you for the earwiggles. Excuse me. I'm gonna make the eyes a little bigger. Because right now they're a little small compared to the ones I like. Yeah, the extra big sleepy eyes. Let's go. Sushi, the tricky part is that it's very hard for someone with good morals to become a billionaire in the first place. Money doesn't just come from nowhere. To make that much money, you have to exploit someone somewhere along the line. Exactly. To even become a billionaire oftentimes is exploiting. Like, almost all the times is exploiting someone. How dare you deny me getting beaten to death by a woman with a wolf cut? We love having wolf cuts. I like my wolf cut. I might actually cut it again, because right now the bangs are getting a little long for me. But then again, it's kind of fun. It was funny, I cut my own hair because I just enjoy cutting my own hair. I find it very therapeutic. And my family was like, oh my gosh, honey, you found a really good haircut. Good job. I think it suits you. And I'm like, thank you. It's very nice. I'm glad they like it. But it also makes me go like, was my previous look not great? Honestly, my previous look was just me with long hair growing out, not really even styled. So maybe that's why. I feel like a lot of recent supplementary Batman material is to blame for not showing Bruce Wayne's charity work and all that. Yeah. How did you perfectly capture my expression when I found out the shoes that I gave an actor to replace the ones they had so I could repair them broke on stage, and they had to be replaced with the shoes that I had repaired so that I could repair the other shoes? It just goes in a circle, myth. It just goes in a circle, myth. Hi, Luther Cross. Welcome. I'll explode myself on Minecraft. No. In Minecraft. No. Alright, this one's pretty good. Little yanderes, a little fun. Nice little mixing it up. Let's do a couple more. I like these. What I walk into, I was gone for a few and came back to seeing creepy honey expression. No offense, no worries. It's tired expression, it seems. I'm trying to work out my new style. It's going a little bit anime, but nothing wrong with that. I love the one to the left. Everyone seems to really like this smug one. This very smug one seems to resonate with y'all quite a bit. Personally, I love this little guy and the bald one. The bald one is by far one of my favorites. Of the bald? Yeah. I like the bald one, but everyone seems to really like this one. But Shikio, thank you for the ear wiggles. I like smug women. I love smug women. I'm a sucker for smug women. Anyways, Trinity of Thick Thighs raid. Welcome on in, Samus. Welcome on in. It's Samus Slamma Jamma. Thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, raiders. We're just listening to music and I'm drawing to kind of figure out my new art style. I went through an art style change and now we're coming out of it. And honestly, I love this one. This one is my favorite. No comment. It's just my favorite. It's just great. I love it. No way, me too. You're also exploring styles. Let's go! We're all exploring styles here, baby. Also, if you want to share your art, absolutely feel free to send it to one of my mods. They're very good about sending or my brain. Sorry, I thought of the bald one again and it made me laugh. But yeah, absolutely feel free to share your art with my mods if you want to share it on stream. If not, absolutely fair. No worries. Do what you feel like doing. But welcome on in, raiders. My name is Honey. It's a pleasure to meet all y'all. Today I'm a little low energy because I spent the weekend with my family. So my throat is not as strong as it usually is. And my art style is shifting a little bit. Actually, let me show y'all my old art style. So this was my old art style. This one. Not bad, not bad. This is from 2021. This is like this was my debut advertisement. And oh boy, how the times have changed. This one is a little bit more of my current art style. Definitely shifted. Because it went from that colored piece to this model to this one right here. So we're figuring it out. And so old art, old baby art. Look at baby goblin. But now trying to figure out my new art style because it's shifting again, and that's all right. So much has changed, and the eyes are still yellow. Yep, eyes will still be yellow. I just think it's fun. It feels more gremlin-y. Baby goblin. I got the link. Where do I send? You can send it to Johnny, Mithrandir, Meda. Gecko may have went to bed, but that's okay. We stand our mods getting good rest. Honestly miss drawing and do want to do it again on stream, but I don't like using a pad. Absolutely fair. If you don't like using a pad, what you can do is get a webcam, or I guess a second webcam, if you use your current one, and just point it down at a sketchbook, and you can draw like that. I like watching people draw on their sketchbooks, honestly. I learn a lot from their roughs. I love seeing the roughs like these, because you can learn so much about someone's art by how they draw the bones. It's cool. But yeah, you decided to start a Pokemon art learning journey, so we're drawing Pokemons and trainers. Ooh. Thank you, Meta. Show me your bones. Ooh. Ooh, this is nice. Okay. This is, here, let me share this image. This is done by Sama Slamma Jamma. They were exploring art styles, apparently. Look at this. Ooh. Nice. This is, oh my gosh. So, I need to stress, I did not grow up with TV. My parents were like, we don't want you spending time inside because we have too many kids. So, you're a sports kid now. Go outside. So, we had no TV. This is from Team Rocket. Jessie, right? I might be mistaken, but this is Jessie from Team Rocket. Very nice. Very, very nice. Jessie shape, yeah! Yeah. I felt that. But I caught up the Pokemon series in my middle school years. Got it. Gotcha. I like this. She's looking very... She's given, like, this... Like, almost identically. We both had the same brain blast for, like... I'm a little burnt out. What if I draw a little bit of sultry upset with me, ladies? Good taste. What can I say? But yeah, very nice. I love the pose. The angle is also very, very nice. Wonderfully, you've also got the the perspective of the shirt, really nicely showing off the underboobs. I'm a fan. Very good stuff. Very good. Thank you for sharing. I do love this. This is very nice. Is that going to be an Ekans in the background? I need to stress, I only know like 2 snake Pokemon. It's like Venom something? Or it's not Vaporeon. That's an evolution. But Arbok! Yeah, Arbok! Because it's Cobra backwards. And Ekans is snake backwards. That's how I remember it. That's how I remember it. It's not Vaporeon. Venom Survivor? It's Cobra backwards. Yeah, it's Snake and Cobra backwards. Ekans and Arbok. That's how I remembered him. I'm getting brain blasted sharing the knowledge. It's Pikachu! No! Oh. Let's see. Those bedroom eyes, honey. We do love the bedroom eyes. They're fun because sometimes they're just eyes of disgust. And we do like those too. With the cross. Yeah, I never much got that deep. I doodled things I saw. Most of my art came out as just redrawing what others did. Never really had a style. That's okay though. Honestly, the way I learned how to draw a lot of the times was tracing and copying manga panels when I was a kid. So that is a form of learning how to draw art that you like to incorporate it into your muscle memory, which will become your style. Yeah, I recently got into Pokemon the card game, collecting IRL, and it's bled through my art. I see. It's a fun game. I played a little bit on my iPad, because when I want to be an iPad baby, I'll play the Pokemon card game. It's pretty fun. It's pretty good. But also, thank you so much for sharing. Also, Sam, if you gotta head out and get something to eat to take care of yourself, absolutely do that. Take care. You're more than welcome to hang out however long you feel like. So it's no-brainer. I started to collect here. I love the art. Yeah, that makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. But yeah, I'm also trying to figure out my new art style because it has definitely shifted, and I think with most of these, I feel quite satisfied with them. This one I feel is close, but I need a little bit of work. Up angles are hard. But like this bald one. This one's the star of the show, in my opinion. Loving these poses you're drawing, by the way. It's so dynamic. Thank you. Oh, the smug finger pose? Yeah, the bald one. Excellent. Now I know what the upward smug reminds me of. The upward smug? What's it remind you of? I think it reminds you of like the open the door. Open the door. The under one gives off your old IS style. Yeah. I like my old IS style because like the smallness of the iris is very fun to me because it can be really expressive, but having them be big too is another way of doing it, making them look very calm and composed. It's a different vibe. It's cool. All goblins need boop snoots. Thank you. Little snoot booping. Luther, yeah, it's not trace, like sketchpad on the right art and on the left, and just like draw what I see with lines. No, it's kind of the same as tracing, but I did that to start to get used to before I started redrawing. So interestingly, that's the next step. After you start putting paper on top of the art you like and copying it, like tracing over the lines, that's the next way to learn, is to draw what you see next to it. So that's actually an art assignment that you do in art school, is you will go to a museum and you will study the old master's work by copying what they did. You copy the piece, the composition, the spacing, the anatomy to try to grasp what they do in your own muscle memory. It's very cool. Are you planning on any projects to do with your new style soon? Yeah, so I design, rig, and draw my own models. And interestingly, my previous design, my next model was going to look like this face, and it's beautiful. I love it so, so much. It is so cute, and it's so much fun. The downside is I can't redraw it. For some reason, my brain struggles to redraw this a lot. And I made a whole turnaround for it because I'm trying to learn 3D. So I was like, let's make a 3D model of it. So I did a full 3D, like a turnaround for 3D. But the downside is in 2D, I couldn't redraw this. I couldn't recreate this art. For some reason, it just wasn't sticking. And so I was like, okay, let's study the art style that I would want. And so I studied kind of what I was gravitating towards, which was more anime styles. However, my worry was that since my style is usually much more, air quotes, Western style, my style would get lost and it would not be as recognizable. But in trying to avoid the direction my brain was going, I burned out. I hit a little bit of patch of burnout because my brain was like, well, we're not doing the thing that I want to do. We're not learning or going in the direction that I want to go, so we're just going to stop. And so I got frustrated and I studied the styles instead. I gave in and went, okay, let's study the anime styles. And now that I'm kind of just like giving into it, this is more of the style that I'm going for. YT3D, 2D renders faster, doesn't it? So yes, the main reason that I'm learning 3D is because I want to learn how to make my own 3D models, to learn how to put it into VRChat or Warudo. I love to learn. And as much as it would be faster and more efficient to commission someone else, like an expert, I want to understand how the things that I make are used. I can only do that to a certain extent. For example, I built my computer from scratch because chat was very kind and basically crowdfunded for me to get a better streaming computer. And I built it from the pieces there. And it gave me a better understanding of my computer. And I'm like, okay, I feel more capable to take it apart if it breaks. Or I feel more capable to diagnose what could be going wrong if something happens. Similarly to 3D, where I could get a model from an expert, but I want to know if something breaks or if I want to change something, I will have that ability to make the adjustments. I feel it is an opportunity for me to grow my skills, as an artist. Hi, Kaori Feather. Let me get the little tunes on. Carabelle, let's go. Jakku, thank you for the breather theme. Feels kind of right for you to build yourself up, literally. Draconic Mist, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in, raiders. I hope you had a good stream. What were y'all up to? Art is hard, okay? Art is hard. You're so real for that. Welcome on in, raiders. I am exploring my style right now. She built this model, didn't she? Built this model with her 2 hands. Yeah. Oh, you were doing a special event? Was it like a birthday celebration or like an anniversary sort of celebration? What were y'all up to? Imagine being commissioned for a drawing, but also ask the artist to teach you. Some people actually do that. Some people have tutoring services for their art. I am always a little hesitant to do those because I worry that the student won't get the results that they're hoping for. So I would much rather explain it in stream, give them potential advice there, and put my VODs up for free. I would rather put the information to learn for free online. They call it skill farming. Exactly. I'll become stronger. Also, hi Hakan. Imagine cell shading. I love cell shading. It's fun. But a quick question. Are you going to be keeping the 2 lines for the nostrils, or are you going with a single line for the other anime art styles? I'm trying to decide which ones I like. I'm kind of playing around with it. I like both for different reasons. The more a face gets to profile, the more I like the little nose line. But for speed, I like the single line. I think it looks really cute. It's simplifying, so it's focusing on the eyes. But will I like it more if I put a line here? I also really like the line here. But in some cases, it doesn't quite seem like it fits. Like this one looks fine. I guess at the extreme angles, the nose looks nice. But at more moderate angles, it looks nice as a straight line. So I'm kind of figuring it out there, playing around with it. Jeff, mentorship is so much more affordable than art school and more available nowadays. Very true. The wonderful thing about online is there are so many resources to pull from, but the downside of it is it's not always curated. So you don't know where you're starting and you can't quite get feedback the same way you could from a mentorship. I would recommend trying to learn things on your own, at least for 2D flat art. Try doing it yourself for a while. And sometimes there are art discords where you can ask for feedback from other people. Honey really likes her yandere face. I do like the yandere face. Trying to raise money to move to the landlord's being a butt. Oh, I'm so sorry your landlord's being awful. But I hope you raise the money, you're able to move out, and everything will be okay, and you'll have your own space to exist and do what you like. But thank you for trusting me with your community, by the way. We had fun. Not sure why, but the bottom right is giving real yandere vibes. Yep, it is the tired eyes, I think. Let's scooch this down. I'm going to draw a couple more faces. Excuse me. I think 2 and 6 are my favorites. They're good. 2 is probably my favorite in terms of like the way the eyes are drawn, but honestly, this one is just so spectacular. Trust you with one of my community, do one of my mods. Gotcha. That makes sense. They're in good hands. We're just chilling right now. Yes, I do chill to sleep token sometimes. It's nice. I went from being frustrated to now wanting to draw more because of you drawing. It's contagious sometimes. It is contagious. Terrified to answer my own front door. Missing my wings in a realm of angels. These two are really sad. Good night, Shikio. I hope you have a good sleep. There's something very emotive about number 5. It looks alive. Something about this little scamp speaks to me. And I can't quite explain why. Dope ass weeb, thank you for the resub. Happy 45 months. Here's another 45 super comfy months. Thank you. Thank you very much. And Napa, thank you for the sub. Welcome on into the tavern. I hope you're doing well. Happy Monday. What's a good song to listen to? Headlock. Honey's one of the streamers that inspired me to try drawing again as well. Ah. Well, thank you. I'm glad y'all feel that way. Let's see if I can, just so I know I'm not drawing on the same layer. I can definitely see Bald doing the glasses push. Absolutely, yes. I can see that. Let the start while your heart in a headlock. I don't believe any of it. Sit too late to start with your heart in a headlock. You know you're better than this. What's a head angle I haven't done yet? An unexpected smile. Maybe a... We've done an extreme up, extreme mid, big down, big... Let me just go with a vibe with that. You sit too late to start with your heart in a headlock. You know you're better than this. Afraid to start, got your heart in a headlock. I don't believe any of it. You sit too late to start with your heart in a headlock. Honey, since you do your own art and such for your model, when do you think is a good idea to try and go jump from JPEG to Real 2D? So when jumping from JPEG or PNG to Live 2D, kind of anytime. So the fun thing about Live 2D as a program, it's free, technically. There is a free version you can use. It has a trial for 42 days with all of the things you need in it, if I recall. And then after that, it's a limited version. like a very simplified version. There have been some VTubers who are very impressive and have made very good looking models with just the basic version. So if you would like to give it a shot, absolutely recommend it. Playing around with it whenever you feel is good. That's how I rigged up my PNG. Nice. But yeah, I think doing it at your own pace when you feel like you're really inspired creatively to learn something new, not just to create a better, like a more movement version of your PNG, but when you're ready to learn, when you are driven to create something with such vigor that you're willing to learn a new software, that's when you start it. Sometimes you do it even when you don't have the inspiration to do that, because sometimes starting something new and learning something new can push you in a great way and inspire you to learn. It really depends on how you feel. Art is a lot of feeling, so listen to your feelings. Hawk Goblin, did you go to art school? Yes, I went to art school. I am not particularly skilled at physical fine arts. That was actually something I'm not too good at. I fiddled with watercolors a little bit. Oils, gouache, I don't have the patience for that. A lot of the art I do is digital. But yes, I did go to art school. Now, I need to stress, if you want to go to art school, please do a lot of research before you go into art school. I'm not saying don't go, but if you want to go to art school, especially if you have a specific job in mind, do research of the school. And by that, I mean find the alumni who went there and see if they are working. See if they find their time useful and good. Contact them, not just the success stories, but the ones who are not success stories. Talk to them as well. Get a full idea of what the graduating class has gone through. You can talk to the teachers, you can talk to the people who welcome you into the program. They will usually give you very biased information because they're excited about their own program. And they see their success stories and are very proud of them. But school is very expensive. Student debt is no joke. So please, 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 please be careful going into any sort of post-secondary schooling. If only it were free, it would be amazing, and I would say just go for it. But it's not. Be careful. Lilac Moon, I just made a model with Live 2D. The tutorials really helped a lot. Genuinely, if you want tutorials, those are the two channels I recommend the highest if you are starting to learn Live 2D. They're very simple, very short, which is great for me because I have a short attention span when it comes to learning things. So they're excellent. My great-grandpa used gouache. Gouache is good. It's very beautiful. I'm not skilled with it. I'm on Linux. I have to use the off-brand software Bible. Good luck. I have no idea how to use Linux, so unfortunately I can't help you there. Only drawing on motivation will fail you, creating consistency and habits instead. So interestingly, Joshua, is I think it's a combination of both. You need both, and it also depends on the person you are. Sometimes creating consistency can really, really help for consistent growth. But if you're dreading doing the homework that you have given yourself and you're not putting the right amount of effort into it, if you're not feeling inspired, that can only get you so far. You can have consistent habits, but unless you have the drive to create with consistent habits, you're not going to get as far or get as much fun out of it as people who have both. Both is good. I find that creating consistent habits sometimes can put pressure, at least for me, on me to force something out of a high quality, you know? It can be tough. Guess they don't want enough? I think it's dependent on everyone. Simply wanting something enough is not a reason to get something, you know? It's the willing to work for it, but also understanding your brain and what way of working for it works best for you. Some people love the grind. Some people love focusing and going like, I'm going to spend 3 days a week with 1 hour life drawing practices every single time I can. Or sorry if I got to explain that better. I got distracted by the song. But some people are like, I want 3 hours of life drawing 3 days a week to improve my anatomy, and I'm going to do that for 3 months, which is great. I think that is actually wonderful because that's what I ended up doing in school. Is I did about 5 to 6 3-hour life drawing sessions a week. So I was drawing about 15 to 18 hours of naked people every week. So my anatomy got really good really quickly. But if I did not have the excitement and the drive to study that and be excited for it, I would not have learned as much. There are students who are in my grade that would do the lessons, but they hated it. They dreaded it. They didn't want to do it. And so they fell behind because their motivation, and they were not having fun. Their motivation couldn't help them, even though there was consistency. You do kind of need both. I like my own question. Would those links help me with making dynamic VTuber models? I made a lava lamp, but it's always off. I'd like to make the blobs of wax move. They can absolutely help you with learning the program and making dynamic models. Making dynamic models is kind of a practice thing where you learn how to push them and what directions to push your model for further expressions. Myth. I place my fate entirely in the hands of muses. That's how I avoid burnout. I let the muses strike me with inspiration whenever so they will. I think that's another really important part, is forcing it a lot of the times can lead to burnout for a lot of people. Treating people like machines that need to be consistent will just burn them out in the end. Not all the time. Some people are like machines and they can do it forever. But a lot of those times, even those high performance students that I have known, they face the most harsh types of burnout when they do. They recover from it, of course, because they are kind to themselves. But our star student in our class, there were a couple of them. Our class was incredibly skilled. Our star student burnt out for a little while after we graduated, and they were so tired and could not put out what they liked consistently. They needed a break and they needed to find motivation. The muses needed to visit them. You cannot always be consistent in the ways that you want. You just gotta accept what you're at sometimes, and that's okay. Me realizing the styles I like are geometric and took someone pointing it out for me to make sense. And the school I went to for my tech degree was acclaimed, but what they did not say was they had a high washout. Only 5 of 100 of my class made it. It was a very intense and difficult program that was not obvious at first glance. Yes, check the hiring rates of your program before you jump into it. Talk to the people who did wash out, because then the people who washed out can either tell you, yeah, the skills I learned are great, but the industry is too rough, or I felt that, or maybe they felt that what they learned was not sufficient, you know? Maybe they felt the teachers were too harsh, the workload is too much, they didn't learn enough, or the program was too lax or too tight, you know? There's so many things in there. Meta, yes, I love you. Yeah. When you're an artist, a lot of the times when you go to art school, you really are not numbed to the naked body, but in the room with a nude model, you are there to study them, not ogle them. There is sort of a illusion present that people don't break, because it's strange and a bit of a faux pas to break it. But when you accept that there is someone naked in front of you posing for you to draw, once you accept that rule of the room, everything's normal. It's like, oh, this is not sexual nudity. This is fine, you know? As soon as someone's like, oh, it's a naked person, it's like that person is immediately sent out of the room. It's like, you cannot be here. You are not here to learn. Get out. Time shift, you gotta go? Okay, no worries. Is it possible to become a tattoo artist without college? Yes, it is. Depends, of course, on the credits you need to have. But you can technically become a tattoo artist. But you do need a license to do tattoos, as far as I understand. I'm not a tattoo artist, so I don't really know. I also don't have any tattoos because I can't do a design that I like. But yeah. Oh, nice Jedi. Just Kylo Ren helmet. Ooh, let me see. You do it for her. You do it for her, and now you say, I'll do it for him. Ooh. That looks good. That looks like a good Kylo Ren helmet. Good job making it. Jeff, yeah, they expect you to be mature enough not to sexualize nudity. Exactly. If you go into a life drawing class and you sexualize nudity, it's just like, no. No, you're not allowed in here. Those funny feelings I had never felt before I met you. I stay a while. I tried to learn to smile. So many colors I had never even known. Maybe I'll find myself smiling on that distant shore. Oof, my voice is tired from yesterday. Gentleness of light escaping, shadows of my fear invading. Have I seen this all before? I know that there's something residing, a terror deep inside me. I couldn't understand how you could be so bold. Maybe I'll find myself smiling on that distant shore. Maybe I'm not alone. Creature Raid, welcome on in. Welcome on in, Cantana Spirits. I hope you had a lovely stream. What are we all up to? And Tyler Pieros, thank you for the resub. Happy 13 months. Thanks for the grand goblin-y times. No worries. Big Will, honey, I have a question. I can't afford a drawing tablet right now, but I bought Clip Studio. What is your opinion on using a trackball mouse for drawing? So, Big Will, if you do decide to draw with a mouse, I highly recommend you have a really ergonomic setup. So, carpal tunnel is a thing that you get from small, repetitive motions. And by that, it is like small movements of the mouse can absolutely cause carpal tunnel. Please be careful with that. Make sure that you have a proper seat that has a good posture for you. There are some bamboo tablets that are, I think, only about $13 a lot of the times. You can find some very, very cheap tablets that are old, and even a square tablet with a pen, one that doesn't have a screen, is better for you than a mouse. Some people do mouse art just fine, but be sure to stretch and rest your arm plenty. If you feel any tightness, stop. That's when you gotta rest. Be gentle with your arm. I'm playing Minecraft and moved to art while I was working on character design for a challenge I'm trying to render. Ooh! If you'd like to share it, absolutely feel free to send it to one of my mods. So if not, don't worry about it. It's all good. But yeah, if you feel like sharing it, feel free. Jeff, personally wouldn't recommend trackballs to do digital 2E art, although apparently it's a go-to for some 3D modeling people. The trackball skill also wouldn't translate to drawing tablet later on. Yes, that is also very true. Drawing with a mouse would not change and improve your pen skills. Going from analog to digital, some of the skills would still carry over. Everybody wants me to be when I'm grown. Thoughts are against us, this won't be easy, but we're not going to do it alone. Miku. Thank you, Myth. Oh, this is lovely. Let me show it off. What's sick? A little bigger than my canvas. Check this out. Katana Spirits. This is nice. Very nice. Ooh, I love how fluffy the feathers and look. This is nice. I love the feelers on the head. Yeah, the feelers on the head look great. As a mouse artist, I need to remember stretch. Yes, make sure you stretch. All artists should be stretching. Looks very glamorous. Yeah, I like how there are leaves on the side of this character. That's nice. Something I hadn't really thought of. I guess my brain always thinks of like, can this be a cosplay? And so I try to think of covering up the chest. But to have something on just the sides, then the fluff on the front is very cool. I work big? Yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Some people love the details, so it's great. Just a whip right now, but she's an emerald moth themed pixie. Ooh. I can see the emerald moth. Absolutely. It's the fluffiness. Yeah, I love how sharp and long you've made the limbs. It reads very like my brain says like European fae, you know, the ones with really stick long arms. Very, very cool. Love the gesture, it's so flowy. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, thank you so much for sharing, by the way. It's very kind of you, and thank you for trusting me with your community. I appreciate it. Deski, welcome. Did Miku just cuss? Yes, I think she did. Dosey Drasil, thank you for the posture check and hydrate. Oh, water's so nice. What is I'm splitsy for now? You'll be good. You too. Enjoy yourself. Hello, Paris. Granted, though, these big leaves look like they're from a stinging nettle, so that must be painful to wear. True. Ooh. Stinging nettle. Oh, no. I liked around the droopy hair. That's fun. The droopy hair. Let's have one more ad break, and then stream for a little bit longer, and then we'll call it a stream for today, alright? I'm just gonna keep doing this expression, maybe like 2 more, and then we'll call it a stream. Do you do the face all in one layer or multiple? I do it all in one layer, because this is a rough layer. We're just drawing some sketches. Katana, I'll be somewhat unrealistic, but natural-looking designs. I'm very enraptured by how nature can just be. Change form around things, so I take a lot of inspiration for that. Yeah, nature just does what it wants. It's pretty cool. Oh, little posture check. Friends got me a graphic tablet. I don't know that one. Do you have any thoughts on this particular one or any advice about drawing tablets in general? Generally, make sure your posture is good. Aside from that, I don't have too much experience with them. So hopefully you like it and have fun with it. Find a program that works with it. But yeah, we're going to start the ads. It's going to be a fun time, and I'll be back in about 3-ish minutes. We're just going to keep drawing. Gotta go get dinner. Oh, have fun getting dinner with your friend, Katana. Thank you again for the raid. And Bryant, thank you for the resub. Happy 24 months. Dang, 2 years. Oh my gosh, 2 years. Welcome back. Sometimes the most unrealistic things you can find are in nature that have been made in real life. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Sometimes things are not as unrealistic as they seem. Just scooching this over so it's a little more on the page. Found a Cintiq 15 for 250. Yeah, if that works, that works. I will say if I have a Cintiq 22 inch. A Cintiq 16 is the one I know of. That one's pretty good. Make sure that it is elevated in a way that gives your arm a lot of movement, so that it's not getting tight. Thank you for the breather, Deem. How's about one last save for the road? Yeah, good idea, Johnny. Jeff, with any drawing tablets, you're still going to want to make sure the drivers for the tablet are still supported by the manufacturers. Yes. Make sure the drivers are supported. For the most part, they should be, but doesn't hurt double check, honestly. Love how you've been really expanding with these expressions and angles. Very proud of your progress, dude. Thank you, Dingy. Thank you. I'm very pleased with a lot of these. They're coming out real nice. I think 2 more expressions for the evening, and that'll be good. I'll turn off raids just in case. This is kind of sad. I think I can push this sadness a little bit. With a little bit more of this. Yeah, adding a little bit more underneath. My brain just might be thinking of the eyeliner. Luthercross, thank you for the sub with Prime. And starting to hydrate, what? Freedom Rockman, thank you for the resub with Prime. Happy 4 months, welcome on back. Cringe face? Ooh, cringe face. I need reference for that one. What does a cringe face look like? Cringe face. Cold Stone Killer. Thank you for the sub. Welcome on into the tavern. That's very kind of you. The one face from Soul Eater? Oh, yeah. See, meanwhile, my brain was like, the Gavin face? My brain was like, you mean this one? This game? This is the one that I was thinking of. Pretty funny one. I'm not even kidding. When I was in art school, my classmates were like, honey, this is what you look like. You look like this kid. Whenever you you look at us sometimes, and I'm like, nuh-uh. Duh. Welcome back from the ads. We're drawing a cringe face. Don't worry about it. The Soul Eater cringe. Let's look at that one. I remember that one. Yeah, that one's a fun one. Copy image. There we go. Y'all can see it. This was pretty funny. Hide the Pain, Harold, a classic. Was it Harold or Gavin? You feel the pain behind that gaze. You can feel the pain behind all these ones, but oh my gosh, the kid, this kid especially. Sorry, I'm gonna give it a shot. Let's see if I can turn this into an expression. Challenge ourselves. Hide the Pain, Harold, a classic. Oh my gosh. I goofed and sent a message in chat just before ads. Oh, okay. But let's see. I think your question was a Cintiq 16? A Cintiq 16 is pretty okay. I've tried it. Just make sure the drivers are compatible. Oh, that's also a good one, Plugbear. Try to hide the pain Herald and stream monitor. Let me see. Oh, that one. Yeah. Isn't he like an Icelandic man? He's just a model. How am I gonna draw this? How am I? See, how am I gonna do this? How are we gonna do this one? I gotta get rid of these lines. One sec, one sec, one sec. This is pretty good. This one's pretty good. Bro's like, already looks great. Yeah, yeah, this already looks pretty good. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Honestly, I'm pretty big fan of this one. Let me make the eyes a little bigger so you can really see the pain. Glorious, nailed it. Great success. Thank you. Seems almost ashamed to cover it with the hair. That's a pretty good one. That honestly, that's a banger right there. Not a banger, that's a winner. Beautiful. Beautiful. Is this talking about suicide? No, that's yeah, that's the other one. That's Running into the Night. This or Arthas. How long have you been drawing for? Since I was like 8, so over 15 years. Spin a bit. I think this is a pretty good. Yeah, yeah. This is pretty good. You can see the pain in his face. Add more realistic detail to the eyes. Just add more lines. Just keep adding more lines. Oh, that was silly. Your model looks. Thank you. I made it myself. Glad you think it's silly. I put all my whimsy in it. I think this one is an excellent one. How to make eyes realistic. Add more lines. Exactly. Exactly. Alright, one more for the evening. I think for this one, weirdly enough, the eyes are a little too big. So, interestingly, for this, I made the eyes too big. For this one, this is perfect. I would not change a thing. This one is the ideal one, though. That one's my favorite. Bald. Bald is still my favorite there. Mr. Clean, is that you? Something pretty fun happened a few days. A pretty lady called me handsome. Look at you getting called handsome Jedi. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. It's so good. It's just so good. It's honestly one of the best things I've drawn this stream. My favorites is still this one and this one. There's something about them. There's something about them there. Very glad that I'm figuring this out. I'm exercising my art style. Really vibing with the bottom right one. Little yandere. It's Honey Saitama. This one's so good. This one's so good. Top right. This one's pretty good. Honestly, I like it. The eyes are a little too big, but that's okay. Actually, let's see if I can adjust that. They're kind of meant to look sad, and sometimes when you look sad, your eyes look a lot more teeny. Maybe a little bit smaller. Weirdly enough, it's like a little more panty and stocking this way. Yeah, this looks a bit more in proportion. Okay, that's good. The big eyes are really good, but sometimes they're a little too big for what I'm going for. Honey got me talking about art against legit doing doodle of her from a screenshot of stream. Yeah! I'm glad you're getting back into art and feeling it. Let's see. One more expression for the evening. That's a pretty good one. That's a good one, Dingus. Honestly, thank you for sending that one to me. That's a good cringe emote. This one from Gavin is still so good. My name is Skylar White. Who's Skylar White? Skylar White. Skylar White. Is she... Oh, is she Walter White's wife? Well, oh, the Walter White wife. Gotcha. I haven't watched Breaking Bad. I saw a very graphic clip of it, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch this personally. The name is the mewing face? Okay, but there's already a mewing emote. If y'all want to see me drawing a mewing face, I think we already got that. We got this one. The expression of a dungeon mistress at her wit's end with the Bart. Oh, okay. Let me see if I can see your face. Skylar White face. Oh, yeah, I already did that one. Love that meme. Love that meme face. It's very fun. Music setting? Yeah, this is good. Yosobi's great. Alright, one more expression for the evening, then we'll call it. Number 2 emotion has a then perish sort of energy. Then perish. Absolutely. Omni-Man face. Oh my gosh. An Omni-Man face. Let's see. Trying to think of a song. Oh, thank you, Plugbear. Thank you very much. Now we can see it in detail. Little stretch. Oh. Oh. Good stuff. Me more like no thank you. Handsome Honey is real and she can hurt you. Be afraid. Ooh, Fake Parade actually is a good one. My name is Honey Goblin Yo. My husband is Ipsipian Yo. Is that what she does in the show? Just staple a mustache on one of them. Put a mustache on there. Do a downward angle. She goes for the knees. Beware. Watch out for your kneecaps. That was Goddish for a sec. I do like Goddish. Goddish is a very fun song. I can sing the tune, but I don't know the lyrics, so. I think I've already done a downward angle, though. Yeah, I've already done this one, and it's way better. Let's see if I can do something different. So alien? Kinda, yeah. You ever heard of Cromarty High? The stoic expression of a character named Freddy came to mind. No, I haven't heard of that. Nobody. I wanted to ask about commissions. Do you do things like character portrait for D&D characters or only VTuber models? I do both. Commissions for both are currently closed, though. I already have clients that I'm working with, and I want to go through my queue before I open them again. Just out of courtesy, it makes sense to me. Steam Powered Giraffe will always recommend their songs Honeybee or Captain Albert Alexander. I've heard of Steam Powered Giraffe. I don't really know much about him, but I've seen a couple of the trippy videos that he makes. Goddish seems really fast to sing, but it could be fun. Goddish. It's a good one. How about a no talk me angry? Oh, that could be cute, yeah. Let me see. I want to listen to Darissa's cover of Love Me. It's a very fun song. Don't know if I'll sing all of it, but it'll be fun. In a far away world was a collar that coiled like a snake. I want someone, please. I need someone, please. Will I listen close as it owl and neigh? Please don't be angry and please don't abandon me. Don't leave me here on my own. It wrapped itself tightly, daily and nightly. Only with praise would it loosen its hold. Let's see. There's no one left for me to surpass. Don't I look cute in this dress? I really must confess it's tightening round my neck. Give me your love, all of your love. Give me your love, all you can conjure up. Give me your love, all of your love, till you go mad with ecstasy. All of the hurt, all of the ache. Call me escape, take it away. Is there no end to this pain? Let's see, how am I gonna do this pouty face? Hello, Bucky, welcome in. I'm just trying to do a pouty face right now. Grow as you may, but the necklace will stay just as small as the day it was found. It's so suffocating, the endless placating. No one is ever enough. Won't lose to anyone, always rank number one. Not die a beautiful child. I'm better than her, I'm better than him. Oh, everyone come round and God get perfection. I'm finally confessing to you. Ain't it too good to be true? A girl like me in love with you, who's miserable, vulgar, and crude. Give me your love, all of your love. Give me your love. I can have anything if I have you. I could have you. Shoulder my love, all yours to behold. Still not enough, never not enough, never enough. Still I won't loosen my hold. Lily, I'm so sorry. Give me your love, all of your love. Give me your love, all you can conjure up. Give me your love, all of your love, till you come mad with ecstasy. I know it hurts, only gets worse. God, how it hurts. Soon you'll be craving the pain. This is my happiness now. This Risa song? Yeah, this is Nurse's song. It's a cover, an English cover. This is my happiness now. My voice cannot do the loudest noises. I can do I can do it in a higher voice, but I can't do it with very much force right now because my throat is tired from hanging out with my family this weekend. Which song is that? Here, I'll share the link actually. There you go. That's the one. There's a new cover of the art category? Oh, I didn't know that. But also, Luther, absolutely feel free to join the Discord. I'm not super active in it because I'm very busy running around behind the scenes, but absolutely feel free to join. Make sure you read the rules to find the password. Everyone is pretty chill there and pretty nice, so it's a good time. Goddish, let's go. This is Narissa's cover. I like Addo's cover, it's really good. Oh, she goes really high. My voice is not warmed up for that one yet. The eye pops out a little bit too much here. Thank you, Be French. I'll check it out afterwards. Operatic singing is the opposite of rest, but it's so fun. I'm not even kidding. When my siblings and I were kids, my dad would turn on operatic music, and since we liked it, we would practice singing operatic. So my siblings and I can naturally sing operatic because that was one of the first ways we learned how to sing. We just liked it. We thought it was fun to mimic them. Should it like this? Nah, just one side, fine. Ado's cover of Shinjuku. Yeah, it's really good. I love her cover of Goddish. I want to listen to it after this. This one looks pretty good, honestly. It took me a couple rounds to try it, but this particular expression, it's nice. Coming, it's good. Infernus Ignatius. Or Natios. Thank you for the resub. Happy 32 months. Welcome on back. Haven't been here in a few months, but I seem to have been sub for a while. Thank you. Hope you've been enjoying your time. But also, Noel, thank you for the hydrate. Curseway, thanks for the posture check, too. Cute pie face? Yeah, I like this one. When I took a music class, I was put into deep voice group, and I still think that was the right decision. I don't know what my voice is. I think Gabi said it's like something like alto something. I don't really know what it is. But I can go very high and fairly low. Not too low, but a comfy low. Let's listen to Ado's Goddish. Where is it? There we go. It's so good. Wish I could see Ado live, but there's that concert movie soon, so there's that. Yeah. I think I want to make this a bit rounder. She goes nice and low here. Pouty little thing. She's pouty. Perhaps when my voice is more warmed up, I'll do that high note. It's a fun high note to hit. What's your best buffet dish to anyone? Ooh. Best buffet dish. Depends. What style buffet? Like Western food? Asian food? Like, what region? Because that changes the answer. Alright, that's a good chunk of expressions for today. Nice. Yeah, let's go, baby. Crab dumplings is fun. Those are good. The inexplicably damp fries. That's not a bad one. Not the worst ones. There are some bad ones out there. Good range of emotions here. Yeah, we got a bunch of them. We got a lot of smug and tired, mostly. I think they're... Some of these are excellent. I love the pained expressions. They're good. Angry Hunter Berserk Rage. No big angry ones yet. Yandere is pretty close, though. The Yandere one here is pretty close. I have always enjoyed breakfast sausages at morning buffets. Ooh. It's hard to mess up breakfast food. Breakfast food is quite good. Top left and top bottom, both very good. Ooh. Top left, top bottom. I can see that. I can agree with that. I'm just checking someone to raid, making sure that they're not ending stream. Ooh, excellent. I don't think they're ending, and the art they're doing is really good. They have such a cool VTuber model. Let me just check their pronouns real quick. I don't think I know their pronouns. That's okay. We can always ask. Smug baller. Really worked today, Huppity. Thank you, Dingy. Ectomaster, thank you for the resub. Happy 5 months. Welcome on back. Actually, that might be ending, so just in case. Any future art style stealing plans? Not gonna lie, I'm curious as how you tackle something from the Newgrounds section of the web. I don't know. I haven't been on Newgrounds in a while. Making hollandaise for Benedict eggs can get tricky though. Ooh. The hollandaise is so good though. So good. Fantastic stream. Take care. Thank you. I will be streaming on Friday at 5 p.m. PST or 8 p.m. No, 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. I'm sleepy. Don't mind me. Perfect. We're gonna go visit Zombie. Zombies, I think stream is 18 plus. Just a content warning comes up basically because it's like contain profanity or vulgarity or sexual themes. Usually that means 18 plus stream, so minors, be gone. Get some rest. Let's see, what's a good raid message? That's a pretty funny one. Dun, dun, dun. Honestly, style on them. Let's do style on them. Johnny, thanks so much for having us today, honey. These facial expressions are immaculate. Thank you for coming today. It's such a fun time. I'm so pleased that I'm finally giving in to the art style change. Some of these need some adjustments for sure, like this one in the middle here. I can definitely punch up a little bit with the eyes. I love this little freak here. It's so much fun. But yeah, my usual streams, Friday at 5 p.m. PST or 8 p.m. EST. We're gonna chill, take it easy. Either Dark Souls 2 or more art. Honestly, could be either because I am enjoying both at the same time. We'll see how much art I do this week. I have a lot of work to catch up on, so call honey an OSHA code enforcer the way she wants these miners out of here. Okay, that's a pretty good one. That's a good one, Zooch. Thank you. Kursaway, thank you for the breathe redeem. Dark Souls 2 honey art? We'll see how we feel about that. But I will see y'all soon. Y'all make sure to take care of yourself. I'm gonna get some second dinner. Let's go. Have fun over there. Say hi for me.